By the way, I absolutely fucking adored your show notes for the actual
For
episode.
E3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
you
fucking
get a sneak behind the madness of what is this game? What's happening? What's going on?
yeah.
And
It was
then
fucking great.
it coming together somehow in what we record next.
Oh yeah, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, my own brand of madness. Peek behind the scenes. All right, you ready to kick this thing off?
Yes, I am.
All right, start recording. I'm not ready. Okay, let's start in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Moonpir, Boston Rebirth. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me, as always, in our adventures in the basement is Moonpir.
Hello.
We have 2 weeks to catch up on here now that
Yes.
Moonpir has successfully settled into his new domicile. I think the cliff notes for the last 2 weeks of dailies is, hey, Abaddon is showing up a lot.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it appeared today as well. It showed up, and yeah, it was one of the latter ones. Like, it was one of the last floors it was on, and I'm sitting there playing it, and my wife is sitting directly next to me now because we've had to rejigger our living room arrangements. So she's literally on the couch right next to me now.
Right.
And as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, is that Abaddon? I think that might be Abaddon.
It's Abaddon
I think
again.
it is Abaddon." And
Yeah.
she immediately she was just like, "What is Abaddon? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Don't
Let me
worry
show
about it."
you. Yeah, I had a real great run going on today's daily. It was Samson, normal mode going to Mega Satan, and it was the second or third floor. I picked up Tech X. I was just like, oh, all right.
Yes.
I've got one piece of Guppy, and I've got Tech X. Like this run is starting to look real good. I go into the shop and I bust a fire, and the game crashes. And I was like,
Oh,
no,
wow.
no. I was just getting started. You can't do this to me.
Yeah. It's worth mentioning I did claim today's run for my own because, yes, normally we have very good forgiveness with each other. Like, we'll just call that day a wash or something.
Yeah, we're
if,
fair.
you know.
I mean, we're not trying to screw each other over or anything.
Yeah, I called this one in my favor solely because you were already up 5-1. I wanted the victory.
Yeah, exactly. I can't blame you for that. There's
But
nothing
yeah, I
wrong with
mean, it was a really interesting run, and I actually captured footage of one of the last floors on today's daily. Because I think it was the last floor before Utero 1, the dunce cap was there.
Oh, interesting.
So I went in, saw it, and then like we discussed, like, we have that flowchart. You are better at it than I am.
Flowchart says, no, go away, run, no.
Yeah, I literally ran in the room, saw it, and then turned around. I was like, nope. Ran out the room. I was like, hold on a minute. Let me do a quick experiment here.
Yeah.
Picked it up. It fires 2 circles in diagonals using the laser Tech X stuff.
Oh, wow, really? At
Yeah,
the same
it fires
time?
at the exact same time.
That is
And
unexpected.
Because those circles run along the wall. If you're in a room that's normal sized and you fully charge it, it's just a wall of death going across the room because they overlap in the middle.
Oh, I'm glad you tried that, because my knee-jerk expectation for the synergy between those two would be it would shoot one out of the side, like one out of each side at a time, which makes Tech X way worse because you can't aim it at anything. But man,
Yep.
that sounds real good.
I took the chance on it. It paid off. Also on chest, I believe it was. On chest, I got laser 2, I think, laser tears.
Right.
So then, because I already had the dunce cap, I was firing laser beams while charging. So I had basically a target in line for where the actual circle tears were going to go on the way out.
You just turned into a Ultron over there.
Well, I smashed boss rush. I did hush, and I beat Mega Satan. So
Yeah, your
I call
final
that
score was
win.
like 40,000 and change. So you were cooking and not taking any damage.
Oh please! I took so much damage. It was like minus 8,000 or something
was
on my
it?
damage thing.
That might have been where I could
I
beat
would've-
you. All right, let's close this window so I don't hear the menagerie out there.
Tweets.
There we go.
But yeah, today's run was actually a lot of fun. It's really bad that it crashed on you. I would even say just jump on someone else's profile or something. Just give
Yeah, I
it
was
another
gonna
go.
there's three options. One is like do the run, do a practice, or look at the leaderboard. I was gonna do a practice run just to see like what would my score. Do like a what if run. Like what if I finished, what would my score be? But I didn't really have time this morning.
I would recommend doing it tonight then, because that is genuinely one of the most fun runs I've had in a long time.
Yeah, super overpowered.
Yeah, through Samson being in, like, I've been doing, we'll get to the general progress in a little bit, but I've been doing more randoms. And I'm getting Samson more and more, and I'm realizing I actually really like Samson a lot. Like, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed playing as him until this very recent time period, and then it's like, okay, yes, I do like Samson. So Azazel and Samson are my jams.
Yeah.
If I ever see an Azazel daily, it's just like, this is my chance.
Crack the knuckles.
I can beat Boston. I can beat him.
I'm so bad at Azazel. It just... The thing that... It took me so long to figure out how to sort of min-max Samson, because Samson sort of runs counter to how you want to run a normal Isaac a seed, where normally you don't want anything to touch you whatsoever. But Samson, with him starting with Bloody Lust, I feel like once you start getting the ball rolling on a floor, and like if you start a floor with a couple of Spirit Hearts, it's really easy to take a little bit of damage to power yourself up as early as possible to sort of get that snowball rolling per floor. It's this kind of cool, not really risk reward, because if it's Spirit Hearts, you're not really risking anything. It's definitely a risk if you're spending Red Hearts, because then you're not going to get a very interesting deal with the devil. But it took me real long. Same with Lazarus, where it's like, okay, I'm supposed to kill myself because then I come back stronger. So how do I formulate a floor to resurrect myself and then give myself the best chance of surviving once I sort of hurt myself enough? So there's a lot.
Yeah,
Binding of Isaac has a lot of cool, different characters like that.
Oh, it really does. It was very surprising, to be honest, how much. Like when I unlocked Azazel, I didn't think I'd like him at all. I legit didn't expect to enjoy any of his content in the slightest. Yeah. Because he was a bit tricky at first. But as I've used him, I mean, like I said, the first time I ever used him was Greed mode, and I got to the end and beat Greed mode with him. Yeah. And then I started to see his positives a little bit, and then after that I was just like, nope, Azazel, I love him, he's the best. Yay, Azazel.
Yeah, I have trouble with Azazel recently though, because on Rebirth's launch and all the way up until maybe Afterbirth, the launch of that, Azazel was almost twice as powerful. So like you were able to go into a room and just sweep it and just keep moving. It was just, it's like a normal Brimstone run where you're flying. We're just like, all right, go from top to bottom or bottom to top and just keep on going. Yeah. And he got nerfed pretty hard, and I think correctly. And ever since then, I'm sort of like, I don't do as much damage anymore. I gotta get used to this.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's worth saying the daily runs this week. Like this week, it was what 5-2. I think we said.
I think so. Yeah.
To you, we should clarify this. Not like it needs clarifying. You'll know if I would a week because there would be a big smile and fireworks and champagne going off.
There's
in the
a parade behind you. Well, I think last week we went 3-3.
Yes,
we both missed a day for something.
Yes, and I was so disappointed that week. I think it was just so close. But yeah, I think I missed Friday, which was my big moving day. Like that was truck day,
right,
for moving. So it was one of those days where it's like I want to do it, but
Xbox One is in a box, one of these boxes.
Yes, one of the millions of boxes now lining my wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, shall we talk about, like, I haven't had a chance to play it much this week. However, last week, pre-move,
Right.
I was boxing, doing run, boxing, doing run, boxing, and then
It's your
doing
little
run.
reward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we say reward.
Depending on how the run goes.
Exactly. I put a bunch of time into greed mode again.
Okay.
I think I'm now up to, I think it's like 630 coins.
Nice.
So I'm getting closer and closer. I showed you the screenshot I took of the greed mode where I had 99 coins or 98. I put 20 in and then the machine jammed.
Yeah, it's like, come on, game.
Yep.
Why are you doing
but
this
in the
to me?
process, yeah, in the process of doing so, I got Eve's Razor, which I got for putting a certain amount of coins into the machine.
Yep.
So now I have that. Thank goodness I can actually play the game with Eve now.
Right. Yeah, did that,
Because-
you had tweeted me and said, like, hey, I unlocked Eve starting with the Razor, but she doesn't yet. Was that
Yes.
right, where you had to go beat one of the bosses with her?
To unlock Eve's Razor, you beat Satan with her, I believe.
Okay.
To unlock the Razor as an item, you need to put a certain amount of money into the greed machine. I think it was.
Oh, right.
I've got a note here saying 450 green. So I'm assuming that's me quickly scribbling down 450 coins in the greed mode machine.
That's right. So now it shows up in item rooms, right?
Yes,
Gotcha.
and now she starts with it as well.
Right. Boy, that's a big upgrade.
Yes, I played a lot with her because as soon as I got that Razor, I'm doing some Eve stuff.
Yeah.
So I got her Eve's Crowfoot unlocked as well.
Oh, boy. My best friend, Dead Bird.
Yep, isn't that the Ghost Deadbird as well?
Is it? Yeah, there are two birds. I never remember which one is which.
One appeared today in the daily. It was not the activated item, but the trinket that you can hold.
Yeah.
And it was a crow's thing, and it did say on it something from beyond. I can't remember what it said now.
Yeah.
But, I got that, and I unlocked the sacrificial knife as well.
Ah, Sack Dagger. One of my favorite orbital items. It is.
Yes.
Ridiculously
it's way
strong.
OP.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite. I really love. The more I play Isaac, the more I come to love orbital items, especially like ball of bandages, cube of meat, especially Sack Dagger, because I feel like Sack Dagger is one of the best risk reward, where it's like you have to get right up on enemies, especially bosses, but if you do, especially bosses' health bars just drain.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, actually, I unlocked it, and then literally, like, my next 4 runs, it appeared on all of them.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite orbitals is the Fat Friend, I think it is, which is the giant orbital fly.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't absorb bullets. He bounces them back at people.
Yep.
I was that was one that appeared today on the daily as well. So, yes, as you can tell, a very OP run today.
Yeah, man. I will have to go try that tonight if I get enough time.
Speaking of my wonderful buddy Azazel, though, I beat Hush with him.
Ooh, that's tough to do.
Mm-hmm. And in the process, I got more of the Void, which I think we've discussed before, but I don't think I remember it, because it was on a daily, and I think we discussed it, but I can't remember what it was now, to be honest.
Yeah, let me pull it up here, because I get there's Maw of the Void, and then there's another item.
Spirit of the Night?
No, it looks a lot like it, or it's... So Maw of the Void is... Okay. Maw of the Void is after you fire tears for 3 seconds or more straight.
Yeah, the black circle.
Yeah, and you let go and there's a black circle. There's another one that does that black circle when you get hit, and I still have a problem remembering which one is which. Maw of the Void is really good, the other one's fine.
Yeah.
And the black ring, when you kill enemies with it, they have a chance to drop a black heart. So it's
that is
pretty
one of
powerful.
my favorite items, especially when you're in a room full of little dudes, like the little poops.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that's fine. I'm going to deliberately miss every single one of you because I want the black ring to get you all.
Yeah. You just stand right in front of a wall, shoot into it, sweep and clear.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Yes, I unlocked it. I unlocked the razor. Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, I've got this backwards. Eve's razor. I unlocked it as an item in the item rooms for 450. No, hold on.
Too many items.
I unlocked Eve starting with the razor by putting 450 coins into greed. I unlocked the razor to be in item rooms by defeating Satan with Eve.
Gotcha.
So it's the flip side of what we were talking
right.
about.
Right, and then once you unlock the razor, I think that finally kicks in that she starts with it.
Yes,
right.
That's what because you had the exact same issue I did. I was like, oh, please don't be broken. I don't want to put all of these hours back into it again.
What bug did I run into? This sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. I also unlocked Athaname.
Oh, a theme.
Which I got by defeating Hush with Eve. Again, I played a lot of Eve runs because I got the Razor Blade.
A theme is actually the item I was thinking of. It's the opposite of Maw of the Void. So that's the one when you get hit, the same black ring goes around you.
Okay,
and
well, that works out quite nicely.
Yeah.
I unlocked two of basically the exact same item. My final unlock, which we discussed, which was fantastic, and again, it's an Azazel because I was just on an Azazel and Eve kick apparently. It was Blue Baby with Azazel, Abaddon. Yes,
Abaddon is so good. I'm gonna look up Abaddon here. Let's see what all of its stuff is.
I'm so glad he's in the Devil Room now because that's a game changer kind of item.
So it removes all your red hearts and gives you 6 black hearts, which is great. Plus 1.5 damage up, plus 0.2 speed up, fear, tears, and yeah, that's it. So it's a good damage up, fear shot. Technically evil up, though there's not a lot of stuff that takes care of the hidden evil stat. So that's not too important.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all of my unlocks. I was on a rampage for like a solid week. I basically played nothing that week, which was kind of good because I didn't want to sit down and do anything else because I was busy packing to make sure everything, we were okay to move.
Yeah.
So it was literally 30 minutes, Isaac, packing for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
30 minutes, Isaac, pack for an hour and a half.
So in the interest of this show, I do have a bit of a confession.
Okay.
I might have started a new save slot in Isaac.
Ooh.
There's the 3 save slots. I have one of them is the 1001. My middle save slot just says the end, and it's the Mega Satan like curly horn icon. And then the third save slot is just a completely fresh one where it's just Isaac in the basement with the silhouette on him. So I figured, I want to play Isaac and make progression again, because I can do my favorite thing is just fire up Eden and try to see how many runs I can get, to happen in a row. And I was just like, I want to progress. I don't want to do the challenges again. I don't necessarily want to get, 1,000 coins in greed mode again, but I want to unlock some stuff again. So I fired it up and did a couple of Isaac hard mode runs, and those went pretty well. But I was like, what? I need to unlock Lilith. So I need to do greed mode as Azazel. Let me just try that. First one, just down in flames. Just went horribly wrong. And I was like, man, I need like one of those overpowered runs like Moonpir got. And I was thinking, boy, it'd be great if I could get Ludovico technique. I didn't. Instead, I became Guppy on like the 2nd floor, and just I got Guppy, and then like the very next item I found was Tammy's head. So I was just literally walking through enemies with Tammy's head, just clearing rooms at a time in greed mode. It's like, yeah, this is really great.
I mean, that's one of the best feelings about this game is when you get that run and you just literally walk through people, like especially with the unexpected stuff. Like on yesterday's daily or the day before, I think it was, we had Azazel with anti-grav. I didn't know what it was going to do, so I picked it up. Let's experiment. Let's see what it does. Have you ever picked it up before?
No.
It creates like a little red whirlpool when you drop. When you release fire, basically with Azazel, it just does like a little spinny red whirlpool, and for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then fires the beam out in the direction of the release.
Okay.
So the problem with it's really good for people who come at you because you can just leave little whirlpools all the way.
Little traps.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really bad against anybody who moves because they literally just walk through it really quick, and the whirlpool doesn't seem to do the level of damage that the beam itself does.
Oh no.
So they just walk through it. It fires behind them. It doesn't do any damage to them, and then they're right on your face. And if you don't have a decent tears, like charge speed,
right,
you're pretty much in trouble straight away.
Yikes.
But then you get something like that where that seriously hampered my run. Like, I'm not afraid to say it, that probably cost me because I was taking way more hits because I couldn't fight people off that well.
Right.
But then you get runs like today's where it's like, I've got Laser X. I'm going to do an experiment and pick up the Dunce Cap and see what it does. And it's like, oh my god, it's so good.
I'm a death tank.
Yes. I captured a video of that, by the way, so I will send that over to you on Twitter from my Xbox, so you can see just the rings of death coming out.
Yeah. It's so good. Well, I think that's our episode this week. Lots of progress and lots of crazy synergies. But we will continue our adventures in the basement next week.
Let me out of Boston Space Ride. No, don't really. I'm quite enjoying it here.
Yeah, it's pretty great. All right, thanks for watching the video, everybody. We will see you next week. Bye.